What is vulnerability? We briefly touched on the importance of vulnerability in my last Get Naked with Emma video and my singing journey video. But in this video, we're going to delve deeper into what vulnerability is. Vulnerability is acting upon something despite the possibility of being laughed at, ridiculed, tormented, or judged. Vulnerability can be exposing your true feelings. It can be standing up for yourself, expressing what you want, what you need, or what you think. It can also be showing up as you are and showing others who the true, authentic you is. As Brené Brown says, it's showing up and being seen, having no control or guarantee of the outcome. When I was looking at the actual definition of vulnerability, I came across the synonyms. One stood out in particular: weakness. I used to think that vulnerability was weakness, and I used to think that because I would cry at the hand of bullies and I always felt weak and humiliated and ashamed. But in actual fact, vulnerability is strength. Vulnerability is courage. Actually, it's the greatest measure of courage. Vulnerability is growth. When we show our vulnerability, we merge into our authenticity. Vulnerability is all about facing our fears and doing it anyway. To be able to live a wholesome life, we have to accept and embrace our vulnerability. Even the smallest act of letting down that guard and committing to our own personal growth. And vulnerability is more than just committing to that personal growth. It's about building connection as well. If you don't drop that guard and let people in, how are you going to really get to know someone and connect with somebody? And connection is all about being seen, being heard, and being valued. And it's all about giving and receiving without judgment. I witness vulnerability a lot in my boudoir studio. I think there's a lot of procrastination and hesitation when it comes to boudoir because a boudoir client or a boudoir situation, you are physically being exposed. You're generally not wearing a lot, and I think there's always that feeling of, you're going to be judged. I think what crosses your mind is that you're going to be judged on the way you look, or the way you move your body when you're going into the poses, or maybe it's even being judged on the lack of knowing how to pose or show expression in your face. That's why I make every effort to be vulnerable myself, so that people can see the real me and they feel like they know me before they even walk into my studio. If I can be vulnerable before someone has even met me, they will feel connected to me, and therefore they will feel more comfortable to just let loose and be vulnerable and be themselves. When I have a client in my studio, I listen to them, I talk to them, and I shower them with so many compliments because I want them to feel wanted and I want them to feel loved, even if it's just in that moment. So next time that you feel vulnerable or you feel that there's a possibility of being vulnerable, I challenge you to do that thing anyway, no matter what it is, boudoir or anything. Just remember this quote from Cinderella, and it's one of my favorites. The greatest risk that anyone will ever take is to be seen as we are. But I say, let's just do it. So if you enjoyed this video and it got you thinking about what you're gonna do next, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe as well and hit that notification bell. It lets YouTube know that this video was helpful and of good quality, and it also lets you know of my next video coming. So every Tuesday I put out videos about boudoir preparation, boudoir examples, Get Naked with Emma, and just empowerment in general. So I look forward to doing another video for you, and I look forward to chatting with you in comments. And I'll see you soon. Bye!
I came across the synonyms. Synonyms, that's right.
So if you enjoyed this video and